The Indian Parliament operates as a strict three-part system. To pass a law, you need the agreement of three distinct entities: the President of India, the Lok Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha, or the House of the People, is built for direct public representation. It holds up to 550 members, all elected directly by voters across the country. Anyone seeking a seat here must be at least 25 years old. The Rajya Sabha, the Council of States, works differently. These members are indirectly elected by state legislative assemblies to protect regional interests at the national level. Because it is designed as a house of review, the minimum age to enter is higher, set at 30. This dual-chamber design creates a deliberate friction. It forces the immediate demands of the general public to be weighed against the long-term interests of the states before a proposal becomes law. This pie chart represents all the valid votes cast in an election. To ensure the ballot isn't flooded with non-serious candidates, the Election Commission imposes a financial filter. If a candidate fails to secure at least 1/6 of this pie, they forfeit their entire security deposit. The rules also prevent individuals from monopolizing representation. A politician is allowed to contest an election from a maximum of 2 separate constituencies. But if they win both, the law forces them to resign from one, leaving it open for a new representative. That restriction extends to dual legislative power. A person is legally barred from sitting as a member of a state legislature and the national parliament at the same time. By enforcing strict vote thresholds and banning the hoarding of seats, the system ensures that the people occupying the House are committed to serving a single, specific constituency. This grid represents all the seats in the House. According to the Constitution, parliamentary work cannot legally begin until a quorum is reached. Exactly 10% of members must be physically present for the House to begin official business. Once the session begins, order is maintained by the Speaker in the Lok Sabha or the Chairman in the Rajya Sabha. They hold absolute disciplinary authority, including the power to immediately expel any member who disrupts the proceedings or breaks House rules. With order established, the House executes specific mechanisms to scrutinize the executive branch. The most direct is question hour. This is a dedicated block of time where ministers must stand on the floor and directly answer unscripted questions regarding their departments. If a sudden, urgent public crisis emerges, members can deploy an adjournment motion. This procedural tool instantly halts all normal scheduled business, so the House can debate the immediate emergency. Tools like question hour and adjournment motions are built into the daily schedule to ensure the ruling government is interrogated publicly every single day Parliament is in session. Creating a law requires surviving a gauntlet. A proposal enters as a bill, undergoes floor debate, gets scrutinized by specialized committees, and must secure a majority vote in both houses before finally reaching the president's desk for signature. But the most heavily guarded piece of legislation is the annual financial statement, what we know as the Union budget. Article 265 of the Constitution lays down a rigid financial law. The government cannot levy a single tax on the public or spend a single rupee from the Treasury without Parliament's explicit voted permission. This visual scale illustrates how a money bill works. When it comes to taxation and spending, the balance of power tips heavily to the Lok Sabha. Because they are directly elected by the taxpayers, the Lok Sabha has supreme authority over money. The Rajya Sabha can suggest changes, but they cannot block a money bill from passing. By vesting final financial control within the House directly elected by the public, the system ensures that state spending remains under the absolute supervision of the taxpayers. While the floor debates get the television coverage, the heaviest lifting happens away from the cameras. Parliament relies on specialized cross-party groups like the Estimates Committee and the Public Accounts Committee. These committees pull apart government policies line by line. They execute microscopic postmortems on how every rupee was actually spent, relying on members from opposing parties to check the ruling government's math. Without these strict procedural checks, a government holding a large majority could easily bypass debate and act without restraint. Parliament operates as a carefully engineered machine. From the structure of the houses to the rigid rules of the floor, every mechanism is designed to force debate, demand transparency, and ensure the public's voice dictates the supreme law of the land.